Welcome to the sixth video of SAP developments. Today we will start properly the technical videos of SAP developments in ABAP. So today we are going to discuss about ABAP program structure. There are two flavors of ABAP program. So one is the conventional procedural method. You write the statements, the commands in a sequential fashion, and the program is executed from the beginning till end. The other programming model is object-oriented model. So in object-oriented model, you will have a structured programs in shape of the classes. You will have a class. For example, student is a class, school is a class. So similarly, if you want to perform any actions based on the students, you can call the student class and you can add a student. Within a class of student, you will have a method that will be called add student. So in the class, you will add a new student. So the concept of object-oriented, we will discuss it in later stages, but we will start from the very basic programming, that is a procedural programming. And in the procedural programming, you will have like one page of the program and you can write your statements in ABAP in a sequential fashion. But the sequential fashion also can be controlled with the programming structure. So today we are going to talk about program structure. The first structure that we can have in an ABAP program will be a selection screen. So the selection screen in the program is basically giving you the ability to input any value to the program. For example, your program is working on addition of a student in a database. So in this case, definitely you need a screen where you input the roll number, the student name, the class address, and other information within the screen. And then your program will be executed to add the student information in the database. So here comes the role of the selection screen. So in the ABAP program structure, you will have a selection screen area where you can write your selection details, the roll number, the student name, the class, address, etc. You can put them in the selection screen and it will be shown to the executor of the program. The one who will execute the program, he will see all the input fields and he will enter the details of the student and he will execute the program to add the student record in the database. Then comes the part where you declare the global variables. We already discussed that what are the variables, local variables, global variables. So we can declare global variables on the top of the program. Then there is a section called initialization. The initialization section of the program is responsible to take the input from your screen and it will perform some activities before it actually executes the program. Then there is a section called start of selection. So this is basically the area from where your actual program execution will take place. So similarly, within a program, you can write a subroutines. So the subroutines can be coded within the same program. You just separate it by a form and the name of the subroutine and end form. This is the syntax. So whatever you write within that form, it will be considered as a subroutine, and it will not be executed until you say in the statement, in the command, in the main program area, perform the subroutine name. So let's suppose you have created multiple subroutines. The first routine is responsible to process the data and manipulate it. So we will create a subroutine called form data processing, and we will end this form by the syntax end form. So whatever commands we write within this form subroutine, it will be performed to process the data. Then we will have another subroutine with start form and the end form, and we can give it a name like update the student record in the database. So we can give it a short name, update student, for example. Then we can have another form subroutine, we call it display. So whatever we add in the database, finally it will show the results in order to know that the database records has been updated. If there is any issue or error happened, it can show the output. So within the main program, we will call process the data, we can call update the data, we can call display the data. So these three routines, we can call them from within the main program by a statement called perform. So I will leave you to the presentation where you can easily see and understand how the ABAP program structure looks like. And I will highlight the main parts of the program in the presentation. So I am leaving you now to the presentation. See you in the next video. Thank you.
Every ABAP program begins with a keyword report followed by the program name. Every line in the ABAP program ends with colon. Selection screen is the part of the program responsible to show input boxes to the end user. Initialization is the part where you initialize the variable before the selection screen is shown to the user. Start of the selection is the actual area from where the execution of the program starts. Form and end form is the keywords used to declare a subroutine. To declare a variable after the report line, you will use the data keyword followed by the variable name, and then type is the keyword and then the type of the data, that is string in our case. We have written a small program that inputs a value from the end user